Hello friend, how are you doing today? If you're new here, I'm excited to meet you, and if you're returning, I hope you're having a much better day than the last time that we talked. This is a transformation reading. Just as nature is always growing and changing and transforming, you are also always in a state of continuous transformation. This reading is to help you identify where you currently are on your own journey and help you move forward with grace and understanding as you deal with these challenges and growing pains that come with transformation. So let's go ahead and just dive right in. I want to ask the oracle cards, what is it that we need to know about where you are on your own path? Whether it be spiritual, just healing, or anything. Like, even if you don't even realize you're on a path, you're on one. That's how nature and life works, unfortunately. Or fortunately, actually. Because if it was stagnant, everything would be the same and boring. Yeah, okay. So whatever change you're going through, understand? Hey, it's keeping things from being boring. Unless you want boring, then I'm sorry. Patience. Oof. That's always a tough card to get like right off the rip. Because if you're being told to be patient about something, I have a feeling you've already been patient about this for so long. Thing about patience with this card is though, like, first off, the raven, I think it's raven, that's in here is facing behind them. Like, not forward, not in the way that you would think. Like, I would think that'd be facing this way. It's facing the other way. And it reminds me that when we are stuck being patient, it's because a lot of times we're finding it hard to realize that we've made, like, distance. I want to liken this to, like, when you go on a long car trip. If you're American, long car trips are more than like 5 hours. A long car trip's like about 10 hours or more. If you're not, you guys don't understand the long car trip thing here. But hear me out. When you go on a long car trip, there's a section of time where, like, you're like, yay, we're leaving, and you recognize everything, and things are great, and, like, you're excited because you know you're going to your goal. But then you get to, like, this middle zone where, like, there's no, like, civilization. You're just driving on a highway for, like, 2 hours. You haven't seen a rest stop, and you're just like, are we even getting anywhere? And this is kind of where you're at. You're in that, like, uncomfortable phase where it's like, you don't know where you're at, you don't know how much longer you have to go forward, except for the little GPS that tells you, which life doesn't give us that little estimated time thing, unfortunately. But what you can do is you can use that to help you navigate how far you've gone. And you're gonna be like, Kirsten, we don't have a blue line GPS in our reality, in our life, to be able to help me figure that out. I get that. But really think about it. Really look back to where you were when you started this to where you are now. And think about all the small changes you have gone through and all the small things that have happened in this time of you wanting to get what it is that you're after. Oh, that card flipped. Creation. This creation card has a lot of excitement behind it, which tells me that, like, this isn't just going to be like, create something small. No, create something. Whether that be you just, dancing in your kitchen for the funs of it, whether that be you making like a new crochet project or a new paint project, or working on a garden, or maybe making like a piece of furniture or something. The creation itself doesn't have to be big and huge. It's the energy behind it that matters. Just like this card flipped over because it had so much energy, the creation that you create needs to have the same type of vitality and energy behind it. For the purpose of being, like, creation is healing. Creation is, like, what allows us to be solution-oriented focus. And a lot of times when we are in creative flow states, we receive epiphanies and we get understandings that we wouldn't have if we just sat and did nothing. So let's create. Let's get out there. Let's have some fun. The Adversary. This card is just a cool card in general because, like, there's the spine and the skull and it looks like a mohawk, and I love this card. But the Adversary, for me, whenever this pulls up, is always self. And it's always about me having to realize that I need to get out of my own way. So what I've always come to kind of interpret this card about is, like, you want to move forward. You do. But your head's in the way. Your spine wants to straighten and go forward. It wants to go where it needs to. But your head's in the way. Yeah, and you're going to be like, Kirsten, the adversary is my ex. The adversary is, the lack of money. The adversary is, okay, you can say all those things. But if that was the true adversary, then it wouldn't be an adversary. It wouldn't be the problem. The truth is, there's more to it than just that outside thing. There's a root issue inside of you that needs to be worked through, that needs to be dealt with, so that way your head can get out of the way. You might not like that I say that, but I'm speaking the truth. Because then we got Door of Dreams here. Door of Dreams isn't some mystical, fantastical thing. The Door of Dreams is very real. The Door of Dreams is what you're going after. And I'm not talking about you're going to the door so that way you can dream. You're already dreaming. It's just you think that there's a door in the way of you receiving what you're dreaming about. Whether it be promotion, whether about being seen or success, whether it be about, having a healthy relationship or concluding the end of some legality thing that you're going through. Hear me out. You have the ability and the chance to already embody that version in which you want to be. You already have the ability to access that part of yourself without the external even showing that you're there. And you're gonna be like, Kirsten, this is a bunch of mumbo jumbo and you're not making sense. That's fine. Because here's the truth. This reading is already being specific. So if this isn't resonating, this might not be your reading, and I'm okay with that. But for those of you who are understanding what I'm saying or finding some resonance in this, the point of this is that you can live the reality that you want to. It's about you stepping into that reality and you saying, okay, it's here. And you're going to be asked to do it before everything shows up to prove that it's there. For the reason being, it's not external, it's internal. It's your head is in the way. Your body wants to move forward. And I'm saying this as somebody who has worked with a business, who has, done the manifestation of like, oh, I'm going to be abundant, I'm going to make millions, yada, yada. Here's the thing. My business doesn't succeed until I become a successful business owner. My house doesn't get cleaned until I become the person that can have a clean house. The food that I cook doesn't get cooked until I believe I'm a person that's able to cook good meals. And you're gonna give me all the excuses, and I don't care for the excuses right now. Because what I'm saying has truth to it. And it's hard to hear it. I understand. I've been on the opposite end where this message was given to me and I said fucking bullshit and walked away. So right now you have the choice. Are you going to embody this creation energy and start letting yourself be that person that you are working to be? Stop working towards it, just start being it. Find a way to embody that person in your real life situation right now. Get out of your head and start walking with that straight spine. And be this person that knows that there's not a door, but you've already walked through it if there was. I want to ask the tarot cards. I want to know what's got your head such in a twist that you think that this is unreachable, that you can't get what you're wanting to get to, that it's too far out of the way. Sorry, the cards really want to have a bridge shuffle, so here we are. That Door of Dreams just flew away. Which, again, I'm asking what's keeping us, and so I feel like that happening right there is just proof. And you're gonna be like, Kirsten, it's the wind current from the shuffle. Yeah, okay, hear me out. But also, I'm asking what's keeping us from being there, and automatically, the only card that moved was that card. And the only thing that's keeping you from getting what you want has to do with your mindset. First tarot card, the Three of Wands, and it's upright position. So, Three of Wands is that card that reminds you that yes, there is some point of actually you having to wait, like back to this patience thing, okay? The story I like to give with this is you can fill out all the applications in the world, but you can't actually do anything until you receive something back. But here's the thing that everyone forgets. You can do things in that waiting period. You can do your laundry, you can do your dishes, you can make sure you have yourself so ready that when you finally get that piece of paper that says, hey, we would love to have you, or hey, this collaboration sounds great, or hey, yeah, let's go forward with this, you're ready to go. Lying in wait isn't you just lying still and waiting, okay? I mean, that's literally what the phrase says, but that's not gonna help you get what you want. What's gonna help you to get what you want is to start actively acting like you have the thing that you're going after. And I'm not talking about you, wanting to be a millionaire and spending more money than you currently have on things. No. That's not what this is about. If you were a millionaire, how would you get up in the morning? How would you dress? How would you take care of yourself? What would you feed yourself? Would you exercise more? Would you, be kinder to the people around you? What would you do differently? That's what you can do while you're waiting. And yeah, patience is still required. And then we got the Lovers in its reverse position. Straight up, this is not about you and somebody else. This is 100% about you and yourself. Because the Lovers card is about choices that you make. Because when it comes to love, it's about you making decisions to either grow that love or to take it away. So this card's asking you, what choices are you making that help you to love yourself? I'm telling you right now, with this being reversed, you're not making those decisions. You're neglecting yourself. You're putting other people first. You're putting everything else on a platter but what you need to do for yourself. So let me ask you, what does it look like for you to love yourself? What does that look like? What small decisions can you make today in order to be kinder, nicer, and more loving towards yourself? Here's another question I'm going to ask you. If you're going to be like, Kirsten, I do love myself, okay, time out. The way that you talk to other people and the way that you talk to yourself, okay? Would you talk to other people the way you talk to yourself? Would you, to your best friend in the whole wide world, tell them the things that you say about yourself in the similar situation if they were in it? If the answer is no, then you need to love yourself. The Five of Cups in its reverse position. Grief. The only way to get over grief is to go through grief. There's no shortcut. Grief has to be felt, has to be worked through, has to be dealt with. And you've been doing that. Five of Cups in its reverse positions tells me you've been doing that. But here's the thing. You're at the point where it's about you putting yourself back together and starting to move forward. Making the choices for yourself. Loving yourself. Giving yourself to creation. Getting out of your own way. And look, I'm not trying to trivialize grief. I'm not trying to minimize it. I'm not trying to take it away from you. Grief is one of the messed up and most sloppiest things a person can go through. There is no how to grief. But we can't stay there. It's not meant to be an island. It's meant to be a path, a bridge. You need to work through it. If you're struggling, if you are wanting to hold on to it because you believe that somehow holding on to that grief is going to protect you, it's not. It's what's literally holding you back. And I'm not saying letting go of it and moving forward is going to solve the grief either. You're going to keep dealing with it. My dad died when I was 1. I have 38 years worth of different types of grief that I had to go through because of it. But guess what? It wasn't all those years. It wasn't every day of those years. It was just a small portion of those years. The more you move forward, the more you'll get yourself back. And eventually, having to face this won't be so difficult. Six of Cups. You are so stuck in the past. This card is all about you focusing on the past and remembering all the good times and all the good things. And some part of you really just does not want to move forward. Why? Is this making you happy? Is this a good space for you to be in? Is this what you would want your friend or loved one to be in? Why are you doing this to yourself? And I get it. It's nice to remember the easy times, the fun times, the good times. And you think that if you move forward, you're going to lose something. You're not. Right now, you're losing yourself. And I get that this is a tough love message. And I understand that I'm asking a lot of you, but it's not me necessarily asking you. It's spirit, it's yourself, it's your heart asking you to say, hey, these things are nice, these things were great, but we need to make new memories. We need to move forward. Now I want to ask the cards for next steps to help us know what it is that's going to help us through this grief. Not even actually through the grief. It's what's going to help us to get footing again, to help us stand up, to help us walk, to help us move forward, to help us get into this creation energy and out of our own way. What is it that's going to help us? Stripping illusions. This one is easier said than done in the sense of stripping illusions, when you say it, it sounds easy. But first you have to even identify what the illusion is. So how do you do that? Okay, look at yourself in the mirror. You can look in a real mirror, or you can just kind of reflect in your own mind's eye. But look at yourself, look at your life. Are you being honest about yourself, about what's going on around you? Easy way to figure this out. When someone who truly cares about you asks you how you're doing, and you say, I'm doing okay, or I'm working through it, are you being honest in that statement? Or is it automatic and like a defense mechanism that's keeping you from letting them see what's really going on? Another example of this is when people ask me hey, how's life? And I'm like, oh, it's a little chaotic, but I'm good. But really, if you came to my house, you would see I've been neglecting myself for weeks. And no, life isn't actually good. I just don't want to confront or deal with whatever the issue is. That's an example. Stripping the illusion is one of those things where it's are you being honest with yourself? Or are you even lying to yourself and you don't even realize it? Maybe you need a journal. Maybe you need to meditate. Maybe you need to talk to the air, pray, whatever. Get it out so you can see exactly what those illusions are. Perception. All right, well, the illusions have something to do with our perception right now. How you're viewing things, how you're seeing things, the lens that you're putting on to make sure everything stays okay. You've heard the term rose-colored lenses, in the sense of imagine you're wearing sunglasses that are pink, purple, or blue, and you're oh, everything's great, it's the color I want it to be, but in reality, that's not the truth. You're just putting the lens on, you're putting the filter on, you're the one that's making it that way. So, shift your perspective. Look at things from a different angle. And if it helps to have you look at it so for me, I would have to look at my house through my friend's eyes, because no one cleans better than she does. And so if, I think my house is clean, I'll look at it through her eyes and I'm oh, I'm seeing a lot of things that she would see, and I know that this isn't right. Or my car, I look at that through my husband's eyes. Not that I know exactly everything I'm understanding, but when was the last time I got an oil change? That's something he's gonna ask. Do the tires need to be changed? Oh yeah, I need to pay attention to that. Is my car clean? Never by his standard, but that's between me and him. Masculine energy. Whether you're female or male, this applies to you because this is the divine masculine. Masculine energy is asking you to act, to do. It's not asking you to stay still. It's asking you to move, to plan, to, move forward with those plans. Creation. Literally the doing, the energy. And like this creation card is red, is fiery. There's passion. So give into the thing of doing, whatever that is for you. I don't care if that's you just going on a walk to clear your head. That is you doing something. Even journaling is like the most minimal thing that you can do. It's still an active thing that you can do. Can you paint? Can you color? Can you garden? Right now it's time to garden. I mean, the heat might not be, but like it is the season of gardening and weeding. What is it that you can actively do, physically do, to get you out of this funk? Grounding. You can ground. That's a physical thing too. You can sit in meditation. You can go outside and put your bare foot into the grass. You can hug a tree. You can even just touch a plant in your house. Do your plants need to be watered, by the way? Pause the video if you need to water your plants. Come back to it after you've done that. I need that reminder quite frequently. Ground yourself. Meditate. Journal. However you ground yourself. Give into the ability to just release and let go. Because all this right here, all these tarot cards are telling me, and just more evidence that we're in our head. If we can ground, if we can do things, that gets us out of our head. That literally, science has proven, psychology has proven, that action gets you out of your head. Action with intention is even better. So let's do the thing that gets us out of our head and back into our body, so that way we can do things, we can create, we can grow. Now I want to ask the cards for some encouragement, because this is a heavy message, both those cards. And I get that. You have a lot going on right now. And I don't want to take away the weight of what you're doing. You're doing hard work. The work that you're going through, I want one more. The work that you're, like what you're going through, what you're doing is not easy. I'm not trying to trivialize or make small or, take away from what it is you're facing. This is work. But also, it doesn't have to always be heavy. You can do things to make it easier on yourself. And that's what this is about. I can be uncertain and still be loved as I am. I love that this is a butterfly. Because when you go through a catalyst or something happens, it changes you. And, a caterpillar, when it's in its chrysalis state, it turns into goop. That's the grief. That's the goop. But eventually it breaks out of its cocoon and it dries its wings. It actively has to dry its wings before it can fly. And then it flies. So let's start getting ourselves into a dry state. Love finds its way to me in forms I never expect. Love comes in a lot of ways. It comes in friendship. It comes in romantic ship. It comes in, small, subtle ways from spirit, from universe. It can come from pets and animals. But love for yourself can also pop up in unexpected ways. I had a habit of when I got stressed, I would make myself tea. I didn't think about it. It was just a natural go-to. But then I caught myself doing it one day and I realized, oh, this is a form of love for myself. And the reason why I learned that it was a form of love for myself is because someone asked me, when your friends are stressed, what do you do? And I was like, oh, I offer them tea. And I didn't even think about it, but I knew that was like my love language for them. But then when someone pointed out that I do it for myself already, that was also my love language for myself. So how do you already love yourself? I am not my thoughts. I am the one that notices them. If you're in a rough place or in a space where you're being critical or cruel or mean to yourself, this is huge. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer. Yes, your brain creates thoughts, but you are not your thoughts. If I was my thoughts, I would be a fish in the sea or a mermaid, or I would be causing all sorts of fights. My brain always wants to fight for some reason, like people, literally. And I can't. I'm not even a fighter. I am scrappy and I could easily be overpowered. Like, fighting somebody is never going to work in my advantage. I'm not my thoughts. I'm the one that notices them. And what I notice when I pay attention to those thoughts is, yeah, a lot of times I have those feelings because the person that I'm wanting to fight, I feel agitation from, and I need to reinforce a boundary. That's what that thought is telling me. So you're not your thoughts. And that critical voice that's in your head that's telling you that you're worthless, useless, and that you can't do anything right. Trick that helped me is ask it very pointedly and expectantly. Okay, if you know so much and you know that I'm doing all this wrong, tell me exactly, step for step, how to do it better. I'm not going to kid you. That what got my inner critic to shut up. I surrender to the outcome, but stay with the process. This one's huge. Huge, and way easier said than done. When you surrender to the outcome, you say, it doesn't have to look like exactly the way I want it to look like. When you surrender to the outcome, you say, I don't know how this is going to get me there, but I'm going to trust that it's getting me there. Staying with the process, that's you making the constant choices to move forward. That's you knowing that, yes, even doing your laundry is helping you to move forward. Doing your dishes is helping you to move forward. Stay with the process, but surrender to the outcome. I don't have to earn rest. I already deserve it. Have you forgotten this? Is this something that you've been making yourself feel guilty about doing? Resting? Relaxing? Giving yourself grace? Are you trying to prove something to yourself or other people that you don't actually even need to do? Because you don't need to prove to anybody or anything that you have right to exist? You don't have to earn rest. You already deserve it. And I know that kind of feels contradictory to the whole like creation, masculine energy thing that we got here, but it's actually not. Because active rest, real rest, of you giving yourself a bubble bath or just sitting in a hammock in the sun or, just meditating or being at peace, that is actual action. When we're not accompanying with it with a cell phone in our hand or making lists about what we have to do or, when we're not allowing ourselves to feel guilty about it, there is a thing called active rest. Active rest is literally just letting yourself rest without feeling guilty, without doing the should, coulds, maybes, without worrying about, what's going on in your brain. So yeah, you don't have to earn anything, to be honest. You already deserve it. So what illusion can we strip away? What lie are you letting yourself believe that's so essential, that's keeping you from moving forward? That's my question for you. And this is your reading for today, and this was not an easy reading. If you want to share in the comments what the illusion that you need to strip is, or what the lie that you're telling yourself is, or just say what it is that you need to get out to help you find the answer, use the comment section. Please feel free. But you can do this, and you've got this. I know you do, because you've made it to the end of this reading, and your heart has heard every word, and that means that there is something real that has resonated in you, that it knows you're going to succeed. So trust that you're going to do it. Just give yourself the ability to move forward, to get out of your head, to do anything that involves action, and then let yourself rest. And love yourself like you would your best friend. You got this. You're amazing. I love you so much, and I cannot wait to see you again soon. Bye-bye.